Hello everyone, thank you for viewing our presentation over our decentralized e-commerce marketplace. We're just gonna discuss the outcomes of our research and the goals that we have for this project that we've developed. Just a quick and brief introduction to our R&D team. On the top left we have Alan Sun, who is an MBA candidate and he's a student at the University of Houston. We also have Dr. Cheng. He's an associate professor in supply chain and logistics, and he also teaches at the University of Houston. Next, we have Dr. Zhang, the assistant professor in cybersecurity and software engineering. And finally, myself, Andy Liu. I'm an undergrad student in supply chain and logistics. So our goal and the reason behind this development is to create a peer-to-peer application for a trading platform that results in users in our network to be able to buy and sell freely and openly. We connect people directly via a peer-to-peer network, and that's thanks to the Ethereum platform that we developed it under. All of the data is distributed across the network instead of storing it in one central database. And this will be crucial whenever people make transactions that's recorded on the blockchain. So the scope of our research, we just wanted to create a prototype of a public blockchain, and this prototype allows for an e-commerce marketplace where we facilitate trade for either physical or digital goods. And also our current scope is to demonstrate the process of a transaction between buyers and suppliers, and they're going to be all worked under a smart contract, which is just the basis of Ethereum. And this means that there isn't a middleman that will be involved in any transaction. And like I said, this prototype is developed under an Ethereum platform, so it does use Ether as its digital currency. And currently, we're providing this under a closed network, which is known as testnet. As mentioned earlier, we want to be able to allow people to sell anything without having to worry about fees. So because of the Ethereum platform, there's no monthly fees, there's no listing fees, there is no bank information required, and of course no middleman. Okay, so this is going to be our home page. We're just going to go over it. So it does have 3 sections to it. It's going to include the user's account information. We're going to have a tab where you can go ahead and press a button to sell whatever product that you would like to sell. And also there's going to be a product list beneath that where just every user in the network is able to view all the products that are listed in our homepage. This is going to be the function codes that we've developed for the homepage. Okay, so if a user in our network wanted to go ahead and sell a product, they can easily just press the button to sell a product, and it will just have a brief description that you have to enter, the price that you want to sell for, and obviously the name. And here we do also have the function codes for the product selling button. And whenever you do enter all that information, it will ask for a confirmation page where you can submit it, and it will be transferred over to the public ledger where you can go ahead and view the transaction. And this is the function codes for our transaction confirmation page. So like I said, once you submit a product that you want to sell, it will send that transaction over to the blockchain where you can view it. And as you see, it's shown as pending right now. But you give it a few seconds, and after a few brief seconds, the ledger should show as success, meaning that the transaction has been recorded and it's viewable by everyone in the network. Okay, so once all that's done, you can go back to the home page and you can view that your item's been listed on the product listing. And we have our function codes for that as well right here. Currently we're using MetaMask for your users to switch, or actually to have an account. And this is just a quick view of being able to switch between the accounts. So as you noticed earlier, the account user public address has changed, and that each address is assigned to an individual user, so it'll be unique to each user. And here's the function codes for the switching accounts. Okay, so now, for example, somebody wants to buy an item on our product list. They can just scroll through the product list and view an item and press buy. Here's the function codes for that. So whenever you want to buy, it takes you to the confirmation page again, and it shows the price, and once you click submit, it will go ahead and transfer it over to the blockchain where you can view it on the public ledger. The function codes for that. Okay, so now the transaction has been sent over to the blockchain, and once again is shown as pending. You give it a few seconds, and after that it will show as success. Now the transaction is recorded on the ledger, and you can go ahead and go back and view that the seller's account went from a balance of 7 Ethereum to a balance of 8, and that's just due to the product being 1 Ethereum. Okay, so this is a prototype, so any future transactions that's gonna involve live Ethereum needs to have our platform to be transferred from testnet over to a live Ethereum platform, which will involve real and live Ethereum. In the future, we also have to implement cybersecurity systems to safeguard this platform to allow that extra layer of security for our users. But just right now, all of this is beyond the scope of our research, but it's definitely something we're going to work closely on in the future. Okay, and this concludes our presentation. If you have any feedback or have any questions that you would like to ask, this is the contact information for our team members. On the left is Dr. Cheng, and on the right is Dr. Zhang. So once again, I really appreciate you guys watching our presentation, and have a good one.